There are over 360,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports. The NCAA reminds us to ask ourselves, what will we do? Over the last 100 years, the NCAA has helped millions of student athletes find their power outside the field, court, and rink. NCAA, celebrating 100 years of student athlete.
I'm joined by head coach Doug Boxell of the men's basketball team. Thanks for being with us again, Coach.
Good to be here, Josh.
Let's talk about your first 3 games. You ended up with a 2-0 record. Maybe start with Hendricks.
Well, you know, we've gotten off to a fairly decent start. Not totally happy with it because we would like to play a lot better in the Birmingham game. But we did play Hendricks here, our first ball game. We won that 80-60, and we were very pleased with the effort of our team. Having a lot of new players on the team, and so it does take a little time to gel, and I think that's what we're going through right now. We're trying to find the strengths and weaknesses of our team and our individual players.
Looked like the team really responded after that loss against Birmingham Southern.
Yeah, that was very disappointing because last year we lost a tough battle against them by 1 point, and I really felt like one up there that we overall had a better team. You know, I feel like we have a few more weapons. Even though we lost a great player in Andre Williams last year. So I was disappointed in not having a chance to win that ball game. Birmingham shot the ball extremely well. I didn't think our defense is what it should have been. We're scoring points, so you know that's not a problem. But I think our defensive effort has to be there every night if we want to win.
You know, one thing about college athletics, specifically basketball, you don't slow down during the holidays. You know, Thanksgiving and Christmas, you guys still practice and play. Maybe take fans through what your routine is this week. Well,
just like today, we'll practice twice. We'll have a 2:30 practice, and then we'll come back at 9 o'clock and practice after the women's game tonight. And then Wednesday, we have an 8 o'clock practice, and then I'm going to let the players that can go home go ahead and go home for Thanksgiving break right then. But I have a lot of them that are going to stay here because we just don't have the time. And so Wednesday night we'll practice again at 9 o'clock for the ones that are here. And then Thursday I've got the team that's here coming over to my house for Thanksgiving, and we'll feed them. And then Thursday night we'll come back in the gym at 9 o'clock and try to run some of that turkey off. And then Friday morning we're going to leave for Saul Ross at 6 in the morning. So you know, yeah, most players don't have any time off. It's trying to stay in the routine, but we're still trying to give them a little bit of holidays, and we think of the family, and I do think it's important for the kids to be able to go home if they can. But the ones that are have great distance travel sometimes can't make it.
We'll be back with more with Coach Boxell right after this.
Right now, the NCAA is building over 400,000 future professionals. And most of us will go pro in something other than sports.
Coach, every game is important, and now conference starts. You mentioned Sul Ross. You go on the road against Sul Ross and Howard Payne. What do you know about Sul Ross?
Well, this conference is so competitive and so tough. I don't care if you're playing the best team or the worst team. It usually comes down to the last few minutes of a ball game, one possession. Everybody can beat everybody, and you got to be ready to play. And that's what I told our players yesterday when we were having our meeting before we started practice. You know, these are the games that are going to count towards the goals that we've set. You know, we have got to be ready to play. You know, there are no more excuses. You know, we're fighting for our dreams right now, and everybody is extremely hard to play, and road games, all the coaches have told me, this is my 3rd year, but everybody's always said, hey, road games are hard to win. And of course we go on the longest road trip of the year, 15 hours out to Alpine, Texas. So that's an experience for our players. But you know, hopefully we have enough experience now. We basically have a sophomore junior ball club. We have one senior on our team. And So Ross has 5 players back from last year's team, and then the rest of the kids are pretty much new.
I know Howard Payne's 2-1, and they've got the high-scoring guard in Brandon Irwin. What's the plan there to slow him down?
I talked to their coach yesterday, and he's very excited about their team. They're playing very well. They're 2-1. Their 1 loss is against Texas State, and they played against Sam Houston too, I guess in an exhibition game. And he told me one of his point guard, Brandon Gould, he thought was the best point guard on the floor. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, they had Brandon Irwin, who was a preseason ASC Player of the Year last year. And I think I saw one of the news clippings, he had 36 points one night. So he is very tough. They shoot the ball very well. They beat us last year in a very close ball game. He's got basically a pretty good senior ball club coming in this year. So they're going to be an extreme challenge, and I know they've got their hopes up, and then it should be a great game.
Well, Coach, good luck this week.
Thank you.